if you listen to some really old records or whatever, it's not about the quality of how it's recorded or mixed or whatever. It's about how is the music coming across, and like it's the song and the vibe.
So yeah, let's start at the way beginning. Tell us, who are you and what do you do?
Well, my name is Pieter Vonk, or in English, Pieter Vonk.
Pieter Vonk, I love that name.
And I am a mixing engineer and
Nice.
Producer sometimes.
So yeah, mixing and everything. When did you actually pick this up?
Quite late, I would say. I think when I was like 27. And I had always been doing stuff like tour management, backlining, and I felt that I could add a little bit more creatively to the whole process. So try to shift that a little bit more to mixing music and producing music, recording music, everything like that. I've been doing this for like, how old am I? Oh yeah, like 7 years now. 7 years. Well,
Oh dude, that sounds like you had a super fast transformation then, because that's quite the career change, going from basically tour management, roadie, tech, and everything, going into the full-on world of mixing stuff. That's especially on the level that you're going at it, because fucking hell, your mixes sound awesome.
Thank you.
So, so yeah, that was fast.
Yeah, I think so. But I'm very motivated, so
Nice.
I try to.
That helps.
I try to get better every day.
This project is a very electronic thing that we've worked on together.
Yeah.
But usually you're more kind of in the indie scene, am I correct? Or
Yeah. Mostly I would say do stuff like indie pop rock stuff. Sometimes a little bit of hip hop. I mean, it gets broader.
Yeah.
It gets broader, but like the focus is mainly on that. So it was a nice and welcome change for me as well. To be honest, for me, it's just about music, and if I have some sort of emotional engagement with it, I can usually find a way to make it interesting for me and hopefully for a listener as well.
because let's dive into one of these tracks. Which one do you have open right there right now? Is this the very long one?
Yeah, 20 minutes something. So
Right.
yeah.
But yeah, first off, right away, because this one used to be 40 minutes, right?
Yeah, I did this mostly on my own. I think the cut down.
Yeah,
on
this one actually, the whole edit of this one you did on your own, and then you sent me in a proposal, and that's I was very happy with that, because meanwhile I was still working very hard on, well, basically recording new jams and everything.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you were still in full lockdown, and,
Yeah.
and I was working here. So yeah, it's always hard when it's one performance to really, if you cut it down, because you play a lot with your delays and your reverbs as well.
Yeah.
So to match the tails and I had to figure some points out, and but I think it worked out really well, and I think
for sure, definitely.
I think it got to the core of the song a little bit quicker sometimes. Maybe we can speed it up a little bit to the next section and stuff like that.
One of the things that I noticed about your workflow, because I got a chance to sit next to you a couple of times during the mix, but you mix in real time a lot of the time. That's,
to be honest, this is a first for me as well. So it is. I feel that you really need to adjust to the material you're getting, and because you were doing it in such a performance, like you obviously didn't know what you were doing 2 seconds ahead of what you were doing. So
Right.
I wanted to react in the same way, with the benefit of having I can go back a little bit and just like, oh wait, now I wanted to do it this or that a little bit more. But yeah, I think the approach for these mixes were for me were a little bit different than I would usually do. I think mostly with bands and stuff, you really dive into the sounds and really get them right first before you, like, I don't know, I feel that there's more pre-work to be done, and I feel that with your stuff, you really have a good ear for how it should sound, so I didn't want to mess too much with the sound of the individual elements.
Right.
But I did want to re-examined the impact, making it sometimes really small, and it's a very dynamic record, I think. Well, as you can see, I mean, this is the whole, this is all the tracks, so it's not that much. It's only,
how many tracks do we have here?
I think this is only like four basic sounds and
some effects.
2 effects tracks, 2 stereo effects.
Seriously? It's only 8 tracks basically?
Yeah, yeah. We start this one off with just the basic.
Right.
Getting really chill, and we're getting sucked in real quietly. And I feel that most of the things I did with this is just volume rights. It's very, very introducing stuff, and well, as you can see,
right
over here as well, it's
that's one thing I noticed with you, is that the way most people mix, or most people, when you're starting out with mixing, what a lot of people do is they make a balance, and that's it. You know, you just kind of set everything statically, and then from there on, you just play your track through it, and that's what you do. And that's still how I mix. But what I see you doing is you are automating the shit out of everything up to the point where you're just listening to things and balancing them in the moment itself, based on what you feel is leading the narrative at that point.
Yeah, definitely. I feel that that's maybe what you were saying with just getting some of the stuff out, which you didn't really find maybe interesting at the time, or didn't really notice when the song was playing. But I was like, oh wait, this is actually nice. Let's feature this for a moment now, so we can enjoy this and not you know, and not it. Yeah, otherwise it's just somewhere buried in there. And I tried just to, I don't know, make the soundscape a little bit more rich. I mean, I'm reacting on you as well a whole lot. Yeah. So I try to get in your head a little bit as well, and also just, I don't know, doing my own thing, obviously. But obviously the bass over here, which just goes, it's there. It's like this really big toad that just it's just there. It's fine. Right. It's fine.
Yeah. No, but I really like that, because it's all of a sudden the whole concept of this is a lead and this is support and all that stuff. You kind of decided, like, hey, you know what? That's not static. But the lead can change, and we're gonna lift that out. And I really like that, because all of a sudden all those small little details, like a filter opening up, can warrant, like, hey, this is your center of attention right now. And that way of making space in tracks, it's that's pretty fantastic.
There's always some point where you're like, all right, I've heard what's going on now. You know, definitely when your listening experience is static, and you don't have like the visual input that maybe in your live stream adds to the experience, you don't have it anymore, so you want to add something else to keep it interesting again, I think. Right. Because I feel that it does make it doesn't make a difference if you have some sort of visual input, or like if it's a live show, you're more forgiving to certain staticness or whatever, you know, and yeah, I feel that if it's only your left and your right ear receiving the music, and there should be entertainment.
Actually, let's have a look at one of the other sessions to see what you did there. I believe what I asked you to do was, you know what? here is the raw version of the track. Have a listen with me at the points where you think like, hey, this is where I lose my attention. Just cut it. You made 2 or 3 very minor changes, which were perfect in the entire phrasing of the whole thing. It was just like, yeah, we don't need these 8 extra bars. Just strip them out. Yeah. And I really like that result because he did it in a very musical way. And
great. Yeah, I think to be honest, you know, like in my description of what I do is I'm an engineer, but I feel that I'm making music as well. You know, I'm contributing to the music. So to me, musicality is definitely really important. It's the most important thing. You know, have some sort of vibe going or some. I feel that people remember that the most. Like if you listen to some really old records or whatever, it's not about the quality of how it's recorded or mixed or whatever. It's about how is the music coming across, and like it's the song and the vibe.
Right.
That is the most important. So I definitely gear more towards just trying to be really musical with my mixing and really adding something. I hope here, but it's. Let's see what. I think this is some sort of small crescendo towards the bass being a little bit more outspoken, I think. So yeah,
makes sense.
Sped that up just a little bit. I think the bass is coming in, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
Yep, there we go.
All right. To me, this is just classical music.
Nice.
This is the hobo playing, and just the tuba is doing the boom, boom. So I really wanted to get that out just a little bit more because I think let's go to your, oh shit, that's a little. Yours is just a little more floating over there, I feel, and really in the reverb, and I felt that the expression of the instrument was not really coming out as good as it could. It's just staying a little bit over there, and I tried to just get it a little bit more over here, where you're like, I don't know, I'm much more moved by the line now than I was in the stream. So that
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's what I tried to do over here when you. Yeah, I was really visualizing some sort of orchestra, electrical orchestra or whatever.
Makes sense. Yeah.
And and now it's getting a little bit more electronic when the ARP is coming in, I guess. So, but still, it keeps that quality. I feel that, and I really like that about this song. So I focused a lot on that, and so it's I feel the most of part. Again, I didn't do too much with. I EQ'd a little bit, of course, and stuff like that. Let's see what for instance. This one has a little bit of reverb, just a little bit of high end added. And it has some sort of some sort of spacey delay reverby thing, which is being a little bit modulated.
True. Give
it a little bit more movement, but it's very subtle. I think I had it a little bit more in, but you was like, let's go with this more.
Let's go for the minimal one.
Honest approach in that sense, and I like that as well. So I'm happy we did that in the end.
Awesome. Hey, dude, thank you so much.
Welcome.
And see you soon.
See you.